Scully Money Tips. Great to be with you again. I talked about the AI stock market mini kind of crash the other day, and this Trump effect as well. And I want to talk about gold and silver now, because gold and silver have been doing particularly well in the last couple of years. In fact, in the last year, gold has gone up by around 38% and silver by just over 30%. And a lot of people are, the gold buffs, say, oh, gold is going to go to $1,000, $10,000 and that sort of thing. We don't know. It could be on a bull run. We don't know. What I do know is that a lot of central banks around the world are stockpiling gold in a big way, like tons of gold. And in fact, a lot of shipments have been going into New York, and it's actually created a shortage of gold bullion in the London market. And apparently, people are stockpiling gold in New York because they're a little bit worried about which way things will go with Trump. Will these tariffs affect trade? Will it cause, a trade war, which will be good for nobody? It certainly won't be good for America, because America imports most of what it uses. So gold has been seen for centuries as a store of wealth. Now, some people have the opinion that gold is useless. It just comes from the ground. You have to hide it somewhere, and it doesn't give you any income, and so and so. But for me, I like to have a little portion of my portfolio in gold and silver, precious metals, because you never know what's going to happen. There might come a time when there's a big problem in the financial system and gold becomes the currency. We just don't know. And we know that the BRICS countries, the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, are possibly thinking about launching a gold-backed currency between themselves. And this is a distinct possibility, because you've got countries in there like Russia and South Africa that have vast stocks of gold reserves. Okay, and BRICS is set up really as a rival to the dominance of the US in the world. And BRICS countries are already trading with each other outside of the dollar. Traditionally, you needed the dollar to trade in oil, to buy oil. Everything was priced in dollars. They don't say, I want to buy this. They don't say, well, how much euros is it, or how many euros is it, or how many rubles is it? It's no, this is the price in dollars. So you have to find those dollars to buy this stuff. So that means you have to have dollars. And this is seen as a great advantage to America, who just prints dollars like there's no tomorrow. But because we're seeing massive money printing on an industrial scale since the last financial crash, since 2008-9, we've seen massive money printing. We're now seeing massive debts. America's debt is now close to 40 trillion. The UK's national debt is close to 4 trillion. It's the highest it's ever been. It's like equivalent to a wartime debt when the country was bankrupt. This is how much money has been thrown around in the last couple of years when what happened, and they were just giving out bounce back loans which never got repaid. Their check bounced when they started to repay it, this money that was thrown around to support people during that awful period of the last couple of years, and now it's coming back to bite us. So taxes have had to go up in the UK to cover these debts, and I showed you the debt counter a few weeks ago, where the national debt is going up by £5,000 a second. It's actually absolutely incredible what's happening with that. So this is why some people and some investors are putting a little bit into gold. Not all of your money in gold and silver, but they're putting a little bit into gold. Now, I'll put a link up. One of my contacts will give you a special deal on gold. They'll certainly give you some advice and guidance on it. You can talk to people. It's not just an online transaction. And they'll also give you a booklet, which is a little guidance on investing in gold. Now, you've got to take your own financial advice. I'm not giving you financial advice, but if you want to invest in gold, you want to find out a bit more, then click on that link below. I've used them, very useful. They can send you little gold coins or gold bars, silver coins, or they can store it for you in safe storage, or you can store it yourself. You don't need a lot of money. A silver coin, Silver Britannia coin, can cost as little as £40. And I've got one here. As a gold coin, where's it gone? A gold coin will probably cost, a 1 ounce gold coin will cost more than that. I've got it here. A 1 ounce gold coin will cost over £2,000, but you can also get smaller denominations of gold coins. You can get sovereigns and smaller denominations of gold coins. Obviously, if you've got more money, you can buy it in the form of a bar, a small bar, mini bar, a bigger bar, whatever. Sky's the limit. But I think I just happen to enjoy buying gold coins as well. I quite like the idea of seeing this money, and it is actually currency. So it's usually if you buy most of the time it's capital gains tax free. So no matter how much it goes up, it's not a capital gain because it's considered to be a currency. If you get what I mean. So, and that's for gold coins. So that's just an idea. I'm just saying what's happening in the world, how much gold has gone up by in the last year. That means the price of gold has risen by 38% in the last year, and the price of silver is just over 30%. Silver has always been considered the poor relation of gold, but I think silver is a good thing to look at as well. The price is lower, it always lags behind, but I think it represents outstanding value. One of the reasons for silver is that it will always have an industrial value. All these electric cars and these batteries and that sort of thing are all going to require a metal, some silver in those metal in that battery. They've got a lot of other industrial uses for silver. So I think you can't really go too far wrong. Obviously the price fluctuates. I think things can happen, but it's usually been considered a store of inflation. What gold would buy you 100 years ago, like they used to say, a gold coin would buy you a Savile Row suit. And 1 ounce gold coin would buy you a Savile Row tailor-made suit. Well, nowadays it would still buy you a Savile Row tailor-made suit. £2,000, you could get a Savile Row suit. But a pound note or a pound or a dollar 100 years ago would have bought you X amount. Say $100 would buy you this or that. But what will it buy you now? That money is devalued so much. A dollar is a tiny fraction of what it was worth 100 years ago. Even if you look back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and you had £10 in your pocket, what would it buy you today compared to then? People will say, oh, I used to go out and buy all my shopping for a week for £5. Well, it's true. It's not that the shopping's gone up so much, it's because the value of that money is depreciating because they're printing and printing and printing. Whereas the value of gold has not depreciated so much. In fact, sometimes it's appreciated. And this depends, But what I'm saying is it holds its value, and that's why it's good to have a proportion, maybe 5 or 10% of your money in precious metals. If that's what take your financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. If you want to know how to get into it, I'll put a link up there and you can check it out for yourself. Bye for now.